Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote learning and teaching process to bridge the gap. Happy learning to all students. Hi students, this is your Raju sir from Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Welcome you to the online teaching for the new academic year 2020 to 2021. We have learnt about the Western tradition of historiography in the last lesson. In this lesson, Historiography, Indian tradition, we will know about the tradition of especially our country. Nationalistic historiography. The writings of Indian historians who were trained in the British educational system show an inclination to restore the pride in the ancient glory of India and self esteem of the Indian readers. Their writings are known as nationalistic historiography. Nationalistic writings in Maharashtra were inspired by Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar. He criticized the prejudiced history of ancient India written by British officers. The nationalistic historians tried to seek the golden era of Indian history. They are at times blamed for ignoring the critical analysis of the historical truth. Mahadev Govind Ranade, Ramkrishna Gopal Bhandarkar, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, Rajendra Lal Mishra, Ramesh Chandra Mazumdar, Kashi Prasad Jaiswal, Radha Kumud Mukherjee, Bhagwan Lal Indraji, Vasudev Vishnu Mirashi, and Anand Sadashiv Altekar are the names of some renowned scholars among the nationalistic historians. Rajwade is well known for his writings in Marathi on varied subjects like history, linguistics, etymology, grammar, etc. He was of firm opinion that we should write our own history. He compiled and edited 22 volumes of Marathanचा Itihasaची Sadhne. He wrote very scholarly prefaces to each of the 22 volumes. He stated, history is the all-inclusive image of the past societies. It does not include only the stories of political images, conspiracies, and wars for seizing power. He insisted that history should be written only using the authentic documentary source. The nationalistic historiography helped in triggering of the independence movement of the Indian people against the British. In this aspect, the book The Indian War of Independence 1857, written by Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, is of great importance. The nationalistic historiography provided a momentum to the writing of regional histories too. As a result, the attention of historians was drawn to the geographic conditions and history of South Indian regions. Historiography in the post independence era. Now, along with writing the dynastic histories, the cultural, social, economics histories were also being written. Scholars of the post independence era began to feel the need of writing histories of various communities, sciences, economic systems, political ideologies, cultural aspects, etc. The historiography of this era has been influenced mainly by three ideological schools: Marxist history, subaltern history, feminist history. Now let's focus on Marxist history. The concern for the means of production. modes of production, and the industrial relations were at the center in the writings of Marxist historians. Accordingly, to analyze the impact of every social event of significance has remained the basic theme of Marxist historiography. Marxist historians in India studied the transitions within the caste system. Among the notable Indian historians who adopted Marxist ideological framework, scholars like Damodar Dharmanand Kosambi, Comrade Sripad Amrut Dange, Ram Sharan Sharma, Comrade Sharad Patil have contributed notably. Comrade Dange was one of the founder members of the Indian Communist Party. Primitive Communism to Slavery, the book written by him, represents Marxist historiography. Subaltern history. The seeds of subaltern history are found in the Marxist historiography. The role of the Italian historian Antonio Gramsci is very important in developing the idea that history should be written starting from the bottommost ranks of people in the society. In fact, subaltern means the bottommost rank. Folklore has been considered as a very important source of writing subaltern histories. Ranjit Gua, an Indian historian, played a major role in establishing subaltern history as an important academic school of historiography. However, we may point out that much before the onset of subaltern ideology, similar thoughts were expressed by Mahatma Jyotirao Phule and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Mahatma Phule unfolded the history of the Shudra Atishudra communities in his book Gulamgiri. He drew attention to the exploitation of women, Shudras and Atishudras, done under the name of religion. The terms Shudra and Atishudra indicates the bottommost ranks in the caste system. The role of the people belonging to Dalit caste is very significant in the shaping of various cultural and political aspects of India. However, their role was not duly acknowledged in the colonial and nationalistic historiography. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, focusing on this fact, consistently wrote about it. Two of his books, Who Were the Shudras and the Untouchables, may be cited as examples of history of subaltern type. Feminist history. Over a significant period of time, mainly male scholars were involved in the writing of Indian history. As a result, the role and achievements of women in history remain neglected. To highlight this fact was a major task faced by the feminist historians. Also, it was important to study and compile the historical writings of women. It was also necessary to rethink of women's position in history. Among women authors writing about women in the 19th century, Tarabai Shinde was the foremost one. She wrote attacking the male dominated social system and the caste system. Her book, Stri Purush Tulna, published in 1882, is acknowledged as the first feminist book in India. In 1888, the book written by Pandita Ramabai was published entitled The High Caste Hindu Woman. The feminist literature of the post-independence era concentrated on the issues like employment of women, treatment meted out to them at their workplace, their right to political equality, etc. Among the recently published feminist literature, Mirabai Kochumbi's book, Crossing Thresholds Feminist Essays in Social History, is of importance. It contains essays on the life stories of women like Pandita Ramabai and Dr. Ratmabai, the first practicing lady doctor of India. A lot of literature is available unfolding the viewpoint of Dalit women in Maharashtra. Dr. Sharmila Rege's work is noteworthy in this context. Her book, Writing Caste, Writing Gender, Reading Dalit Women's Testimonies, includes her essays on the autobiographies of Dalit women. Conclusion. There have been a number of Indian historians who wrote without embracing a particular ideology. Among them, historians like Sir Jadunath Sarkar, Surendranath Sen, Riyasatkar G.S. Sardesai, and Trimbak Shankar Shezwalkar are noteworthy. In the recent times, historians like Yashwant Dinkar Phadke, Ramchandra Guha, etc. have contributed extensively to the historiography of modern India. Thus, it is evident that the Indian historiography has been influenced greatly by the social and political movements. It seems that some part of the Indian historiography was also developed outside the influence of this movement. With this, we have come to the conclusion of this chapter, and I hope, students, that this explanation will help you to understand better the Indian tradition of our country in a better perspective. Thank you.
My dear students, stay safe, be relaxed, let go of all negativity, focus on something practical, creative, which brings the best in you because you're the best. Smile because each one of you can make a difference. Make every moment count. Hope and trust in God. After every dark night, there's a new morning, a new day, and a new beginning. I'll be back. Till then, thank you.